So, is geometry esoteric? And can there be a such thing as esoteric Christianity or esoteric a- Abrahamic Judaism? And this is a strange thing because some of the symbols that are in like geometry or symbols taken to mean a symbol for your environment in Palo Mayombe, or symbols taken to mean a grounded or dispensed or cocked and loaded. It's like a charge, like a symbol for an energy charge, kinetic potential energy or kinetic energy, potential kinetic, cocked, went cocked or having been fired, like a tesseract, but by being fired in nature, the tesseract doesn't necessarily gonna go off like a gun. Like maybe there's a little hook or something, and there's like a spore or a seed pod or something, and it'll just start to go through entropy and dry up and release it and drop it. So it'll just plop out. You know what I mean? An animal will carry it away. It didn't fucking require gunpowder to shoot it way over there. So I won't jerk off my own nose, and then I can produce strong genes and not a Habsburg jaw. That's the problem of the dynastics, is that they consolidate power so well and effectively that it starts to erode the gene pool, and even before the Ptolemaics have the Habsburg jaw, Akhenaten had a Habsburg jaw. So maybe at some point in time, the Most High said, go off and conquer other fields of thought or something. Invent other fields of science that could be used for good or evil. But we're not going to do the same thing that we did to sort of like how we destabilize nations and set up brownstones, rat lines, and clinical trials, because you could see the intention. You could just be like, no, that's not solid ground. I'm not going to build with you. I know what you want to do. You're probably never going to relent until it's effectively conveyed to you that you did not win. You just not going to win. So because I could see the Terminator seeds and shit agenda, and fucking, I know that they still realize that people think it's a good idea to have seed banks. Like it can't be subverted and over to an evil agenda or something like that. And that's just like a thing. Like you can't judge somebody's crown chakra until they're 48 years old. You can't judge somebody's heart until they're 21 years old. It's like a compounding. It starts from, and every chakra has it has all the aspects of every other chakra in each individual chakra. They're waves, rolling over waves. Like the same way that determinism rolls into austerity, and austerity will just roll into the municipality, because and then overturn the municipality and enact fire and brimstone and a new aristocracy. So it's like, you can't stop it. You can't put a pin in that balloon. You can't pop that balloon. Every revolution crushes each previous revolution like a rolling wheel of of yeah. And so revolution is like a crushing wheel of crushing the previous one. Okay. Not whether or not you think that we need one every 20 years or something, because even regardless of whatever the fuck Benjamin Franklin was talking about, like, if you try to start a revolution right now just because we haven't had one in 20 years, like, I'm gonna probably try to stalk you. Like, I don't understand that. Like, that seems like, you know what I mean? Because even when we need it, doesn't mean that you're the answer. And what, you know what I mean? Like, and just because you need to prove doesn't mean it's your time to prove yourself now. So it's still dangerous. A man with something to prove. Like, why you and why now and what is this and fucking why do we gotta go through all this shit now? Like, why this? Like, you know what I mean? And if your propositions are ridiculousness, then you can just take a step around the rear. Like, what's the problem? But it's not me that's gonna make you do it either. Because if your propositions are undeniable, you know what I mean, it's probably because you can rip my fucking arms off. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's probably because you have another something up your sleeve that you can do. Like, you're at an advantage to where you can put lead in the water, or you can mix more lead in the wine, get everybody drunk on lead wine. Then their freaking balls can shrivel up into raisins. Long, protracted strategy, seeing the prize way down in the future, is diabolical.